Hi, this is Regina Thomas, and today I'd like to share with you the era known to opera lovers as Bel Canto, that Italian style of opera that was popular in the first half of the 19th century, and in particular the work of Vincenzo Bellini. This work was characterized by beautiful singing, which is literally what it meant. Beautiful, expressive, virtuosic singing really took the precedence. It was really front and center the whole time. And Bellini in particular was much admired both by the opera-going public and by other composers of that era. Giuseppe Verdi said that Bellini wrote such long melodic lines, such as no one had ever written before. And Richard Wagner also admired him, noting his uncanny ability to match music with text and psychology. So he was really quite admired for the beauty and just sheer elegance of the music that he wrote, and so much so that he earned himself the nickname the Swan of Catania. So before I go into some more specifics about Bellini, I want to talk about kind of the special demands of Bel Canto opera production, both for the singer and for the conductor and orchestra. Your singer really, in order to do Bel Canto well, you need to be this unique combination of an athlete and a technician and a beautiful, expressive personality, really. So these long lines take incredible control of breath and support. You need to have a beautiful tone to spin those out, and you really just have to be so expressive. It requires, I think, in order to do well, a very good actor. You don't necessarily always have a lot of text to work with, since we're doing lots of cadenzas and virtuosic expressive phrases. So you have to be able to emote in a different way than if you really have more words to work with. So really this has to be a very technically proficient, beautiful toned, great singer-actor. But the conductor also faces some unique challenges when they are doing bel canto opera, because the singer is expected to personalize many phrases and extrapolate off that melodic line, and the conductor, who's trying to lead this huge orchestra, has to kind of follow and watch and be very sensitive to each individual singer's different paths. You know, when do you take a breath? When do you speed up and slow down? When is this cadenza going to happen, and how long will it take? Because you have to stop sometimes in the middle of a bar. So it requires a very talented conductor who's got good control of his orchestra, and also an orchestra that's very professional and holds together incredibly well. So those are kind of some unique challenges facing bel canto opera productions. And we see them done sometimes without this perfect partnership between conductor and singer, without having great actors as well as great technicians for the singers. And I'll tell you, those are some really long 3 hours, because they're kind of boring if you don't have all of the pieces of that puzzle. So it can make all the difference in the world between being mediocre and being really stellar in terms of whether you can produce a good bel canto opera. So in particular, let's just talk a little bit more about Bellini himself. It was tragic, but Bellini died he was only 33 years old when he died. But still he managed to write 11 operas that were pretty consistently beautiful, well-rounded operas in their quality. There's 5 of them that we still see done fairly frequently. Il Pirata, the Pirates, I Capuletti ed I Montecchi, the Capulets and the Montagues, Norma, La Sonnambula, the sleepwalker, and I Puritani, the Puritans. So those are kind of the ones that we see done fairly frequently. But my favorites, my personal favorites, are Norma and I Capuletti di Montecchi. Mostly because the stories for me in those are really much more compelling than in some of his other operas. So it combines this incredible beauty that Bellini was able to spin out in his music, along with some really great drama and storytelling. So those, for me, that really does it. And we've been blessed with being able to do some production of some videos to share with you on our YouTube channel. We brought in Karen Early Evans, who was the leading lady for both of our productions of Norma and I Capuletti, and she has prepared for you O Quante Volte, which is the Act 1 aria for Giulietta from that opera. And as you might guess from the title, this is Bellini's take on those star-crossed lovers. But I should mention that this story is actually pretty different than Shakespeare's story, Romeo and Juliet, because it's actually drawn from source material that was earlier that Shakespeare drew from that same source material. So it's sort of the same story, but there's some different aspects to it, which makes it, for me, makes it interesting to kind of compare and contrast those two pieces. The scene that you'll hear if you go to our YouTube channel and tune into that, and Karen is wonderful, so I strongly encourage you to do so, is early in the opera. It's actually Giulietta's first appearance. She is dressed beautifully in her wedding finery. She's awaiting her wedding ceremony. She is to be married to a man of her father's choosing, not the man that she would herself choose. She likens herself to a sacrificial victim at the altar. She's all dressed up and is to be sacrificed at an altar. And then she wonders and worries, where is Romeo? She hopes to see him one last time before she has this arranged marriage. So I do encourage you to join us in viewing that video of Karen's beautiful singing and John Burkhardt on the piano. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. And we would love to have you like any and all of our videos and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep producing videos, and it would help us a lot if you subscribed. Thanks so much.